D'Angelico.
Yeah, this guitar has been my
It's
partner for.
It's a nice looking guitar.
Since I came here, I bought it like to play here, and I bought it on the D'Angelico store.
In New York or from New York? Interesting tuners, interesting keys.
Yeah, I love the design, you know, the headstock, the tuners. It's like from New York. This looks like
the Empire State Building.
Empire State. Yeah.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Coffee in Paradise, and our guest today is Lisandro Cabrera. You're from Argentina.
Yes.
You've been living here for 7 years.
Yes.
You must like it here.
I love it. What
do you love about it?
Well, I feel that I belong here, you know, and I felt it very deeply in my soul when the first time I came here in 2012. I felt something special, like a connection here, and I didn't want to leave, but I left and I came back years later, and it's like the island was calling me back, you know, like, you gotta be here. And I came back here in 2018, and it was obvious that I needed to be here, I needed to do some work here, and my life started flourishing since I came here, and well, I really think that everything made sense when I came here, you know, and yeah.
We're gonna debut the new song you sent me, which is great. Tell everybody what inspired it. Tell them about it, and then maybe show us how you kind of wrote it, and then we'll play it.
Well, the song is called Tanta Lluvia. It means too much rain, and it was inspired by Roatan. I was with a friend on my house that was in the jungle, and it started raining, like pouring rain, like these rains that we have in here, like this tropical rain, no? And I just started like singing. Someone said, "Wow, there's tanta lluvia, there's a lot of rain," and I started like tanta lluvia. And a friend that I have that was with me, that he started writing songs with me, he started to respond me. It was like a call and response. So I was like tanta lluvia, and he would respond, tenemos que cantar, tanta lluvia va llenar nuestros cuencos. So he was responding to me, and I thought it was like a little game, you know. And I forgot about the song the next day. But the next day, my friend, that he's called Quentin from France, told me, "Hey, we gotta do that song that we were singing last night. Are you sure?" Yeah. And so we started doing the song, and we came up with a melody for the intro that is that finally that was played by an accordion, and we thought, "Oh, that's great. So now we need the verse," and we came up with the un shaman regresaba a su pueblo y allá, and we loved that melody. That melody, I thought, "Oh, that's great. Okay, we have something." And then I don't know why we started talking about a shaman, and we started talking about the different pre-Hispanic cultures here in America. And finally, when years later, when I went to the studio to record it, my producer told me, just tell one story, not many stories of the different American cultures. So, because I was talking in the lyrics about the Mayans, the Incas, the Iroquois in Canada. So it was like a melt. And finally, I wrote a story about a Mayan shaman from this area, no? Honduras, Guatemala. a Mayan shaman that comes back to his people to ask for rain. No, that was a very common ritual in the Mayan years, that they would do rituals to call for rain. And also the meaning of the song at the end is to take that to take the Mayan culture and all what they have of, they had a lot of sabiduría. How do you say that in English when you know a lot? Knowledge. To take the meaning of the song is to take the Mayan knowledge, that they were pretty much advanced than the Europeans. When the Europeans came here, they knew more about astronomy and about agriculture more than they did, and but they didn't have the guns, right?
They didn't know.
So that's why. Well, I think the Mayan culture was was kind of also like dead when the Europeans came. The big cities were abandoned, but I lived in Guatemala some years ago, but the Maya culture is pretty much alive still, and people they have the Mayan calendars and the Mayan signs, and so it's pretty much alive. And this song talks about to take that knowledge from the Mayan to the present time, and we can use it to use their knowledge also, no? Because we are kind of always looking at Europe or the US, no? But here there was a big knowledge about nature and about the universe that we should take with us to.
It's all integrated.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to play the song for you. This is Tanta Lluvia, and we'll be back and we'll talk about a couple of other songs that you might hear on Blue Wave Radio.
Este es un llamado de paz, armonía y amor, una ofrenda en forma de canción para ti, Vitol, Sacol, Alom, Cajolom, Tepeu, Ucumats, las cuatro esquinas del universo, Palanquitzed, Palamacaos, Majuputae, Icpalam.
Regresaba a su pueblo y allá, vociferando sus cuentos mayas, de diluvios y truenos, devorándose al sol. Ícaros, canta el viejo demente, sana, sabiduría latente, benevolente, Pachamama presente. Tanta lluvia, te pedimos hoy ya. Tanta lluvia, tenemos que cantar. Tanta lluvia, pa' llenar nuestros cuencos. Hay tanta lluvia que la tierra celebra. Susurraba al viento, mamá, llena de agua mis cuencos, Gaia, desata en mí la tormenta perfecta. Y ahora que su grito vive en la gente de acá, sabiduría latente, una vertiente de un pasado consciente. Tanta lluvia, te pedimos hoy ya. Tanta lluvia, jeune Gobalam, vivait un vieux chaman, de rituels magiques et d'ondes ancestrales. Les gloires au dieu Balam réincarnent mon âme en une pluie mythique, un torrent magistral. À voir que tout était si beau, sentir que tout était possible, déambuler comme sans ballon, couler de simples jours paisibles. À voir que tout était si beau, sentir que tout était possible, déambuler comme sans ballon, couler de simples jours paisibles, couler de simples jours paisibles. Tanta lluvia, te pedimos hoy ya. Tanta lluvia, tenemos que cantar. Tanta lluvia, para llenar nuestros cuencos. Hay tanta lluvia, que la tierra celebra. Hay tanta lluvia, y así se termina. Tanta lluvia, sous une pluie torrentielle. Hay tanta lluvia, voir que tout était si beau, sentir que tout était possible, déambuler comme ça, couler de simples jours paisibles.
Tanta Lluvia, it's the newest song Lisandro Cabrera has released. Now, how can people hear that? I know it's on Spotify, it's on all the streaming networks. Is that true?
Yes.
Is that where they go to find it?
Yes, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever you wanna find, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Pretty much your platform. We play a few other songs. One of them's Avos. Let's talk about Avos
Uh-huh.
that you have on the radio.
Right.
Tell me about that song.
Well, that song was inspired about a breakup here on the island, like a love story. But I had in the past some love stories that really hurt me when they ended, right? So I suffer a lot. But this time I thought, well, I'm not gonna suffer. I think this is the best that can happen to both of us. So I started writing this song like to heal a little bit and to remind myself that that I don't need that other person, that this other person will be better on his. I wish her the best, you know, on her path. I don't wish her bad, and I think it's gonna be the best for both of us, no? And when you're in a relationship, I think you're together to grow and to know other stuff that the other person can teach you, right? And when it's over, it's over. You got to let it go, because if you attach to something or to someone, you will suffer, right? So it's about letting go. Okay, I wish you the best, and
That's
wish-
a very
wish me the
Buddhist.
best.
That's a very Buddhist kind of way of thinking. Yeah, because attachments, when you have them, they can poison your life if you're over attached to any one thing in life. And I do believe that you know, from my own perspective, I was married for 17 years. I was with her for 2 years before that, so together 19 years when it didn't work anymore. And I know some people would say, well, that was a failure. But I was like, no, I think that was a success for 19 years.
19 years.
That's a long
lot.
time.
Yeah.
And sometimes things just go. And that's hard for, especially when children are involved. But they grow up and they begin to have their own relationships, and they aren't always successful. And I think they understand. With time, I think that perspective comes to them. So we're gonna play that song here too. This is a really cool song. I always like this. And then we're gonna come back for one more, which is probably my favorite Lisandro song. We'll be back.
Fuimos trazando un camino entre los dos, en un mapa nunca antes descifrado. Vos le cantabas a la luna, yo le tocaba al mar, y los dos bailábamos lentos en Roatán. Te vi saliendo de la oscuridad, presa de un destino equivocado. Dos polos opuestos en una isla encontrados, que en tiempos remotos iban de la mano. Vos le cantabas a la luna, yo le tocaba al mar, y los dos bailábamos lentos en Roatán. Y lo que sigue hoy es más lindo que ayer. Lo que te espera a vos seguro va a estar bien. Y lo que quiero hacer es cantarte esta canción a vos. Caribe tesoro en una isla enterrado, que hoy la sal violenta ha destrozado. Un grito sagrado de tu garganta has disparado, afinado con el sisol re de tu fragancia. Vos le cantabas a la luna, yo le tocaba al mar, y los dos bailábamos lentos en Roatán. Y lo que sigue hoy es más lindo que ayer. Lo que te espera a vos seguro va a estar bien. Y sin embargo hoy duele algo en mí, y lo que quiero hacer es cantarte esta canción a vos, a vos, a vos, a vos. Le cantabas a la luna, yo le tocaba al mar, y los dos bailábamos lentos en Roatán.
First song I think that we played on the radio, there were two. One was with you and Luis. That has the violin intro that Sissy Jamara did. That was really cool. But this other one, Dale Agua, which I asked you about, what is the name of that actually?
That's called elementos.
Elementos,
Means
okay.
elements.
Dale Agua, give me the water.
Uh-huh.
Okay, explain that song for us. That's a cool song. I like the verse in it.
Uh-huh. You like the verse?
I like the way it kind of breaks out into this joyous, happy, almost celebratory, just like give me the water. I mean, it's just kind of cool. It's just, when I listen to songs, coming from my background, there's a lot of difference in rhythms in the United States. To somebody who's from Latin America, rock rhythm is kind of simple. It's just, there's not to it. But you have many rhythms, a polyrhythmic music. So I like that. I like the way it changes, and I think that's part of the attractive nature of the music I hear when I'm listening to Latin music. But anyway, that song in particular, I really just liked it. I don't know. It's just whenever I hear it, I turn it up on the radio.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I love it too. I love that song. That song, I think it was my first lyric, like a spiritual lyric. It's about self-development. It talks about how all of us, we have an immense power within us. If you follow the power within us, if you follow what your heart tells you to do or what your soul tells you to do. Heart is kind of a metaphor, but it's something that you hear like whispering in your ear, like, you gotta. And when I started following that inner knowledge, everything in my life flourished. It's like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. It's like, the first time I listened to that was when the guitar came to my life. No, when the guitar came to my life, nothing else mattered.
What was the first song you learned? Do you remember it?
I think it was like a Nirvana riff. Something
That
like
was
that.
really the first song? How
Yeah,
cool.
we
How
were
cool.
fans of Nirvana, like in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
And
You were also a big fan of one of the big Argentine rock bands.
yeah, Soda Stereo.
Yeah.
Soda Stereo.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Uh-huh.
What was it about them? I mean, what do you think the difference is in rock music in Latin America versus North America? Like the United States, Canada.
The rock music?
Yeah.
Well, we gotta make a difference in Latin American rock music because in Mexico they have rock music, but it's Mexico and Argentina are kind of the two countries with more rock music, like with a culture of rock music. But in Argentina it's pretty different, and we took rock in the 60s. Like the Beatles were the Beatles and the Stones. I think Argentina took more the English rock from England.
Okay.
And and something very strong was born in Argentina with rock culture. I think Argentina is the most rock and roll country in Latin America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Even more so than Mexico.
Even more because it started earlier also. In the end of the 60s,
Yeah.
we have our first rock bands, and they have a unique sound, a unique identity that is mixed with tango, is mixed with...
Can you show me that? What you mean by mixed with tango, a rock song that kind of works with that?
I don't know if you can... What example I can give
What's
you?
kind of a tango rhythm? Because you guys know that. If I'm with somebody, they're like, oh, that's cumbia. Oh, that's bachata. Oh, that's tango. Oh, that's salsa.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in tango. I never mastered tango, but tango is like... It's like a... It's in two quarters. 2 quarters is the...
Got it.
2/4? No.
Yeah,
how do you say?
2/4.
2/4.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2.
1, 2.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then you were a fan of Brazilian music.
I'm a big fan of Brazilian music. Yeah.
Yeah, how does that influence what you write?
Well, I wrote a song in Portuguese, and with the chords they use, For example, they have these progressions in bossa nova. This is a song I wrote. Bossa nova is like a mix of jazz with samba, no? And that was born in the 60s too.
Yeah.
And it's
Girl from Ipanema.
Girl from Ipanema, but they have a very strong influence from jazz.
Okay.
So they put that that came from America, and they mix it with samba, with those rhythms that they have in like more black African American rhythms from Brazil, no?
Okay.
They mix it in, and it's a music that you can dance, but also you can enjoy with your ears.
Just by sitting around and having a coffee or drinking a glass of wine.
It's a very sophisticated music, right?
Yeah.
That you can also dance. That's what I like. Music that you can dance, but there's also a music that is rich, musically speaking, you know?
Yeah.
Nowadays, with reggaeton, I don't find anything musically rich in that music.
I was asking somebody once, what it is about reggaeton, and then because we can use AI, now I ask the question of perplexity. And one of the things about the particular rhythm of reggaeton is that you can drop many different kinds of music over it, and it can work.
Yeah.
And so you can take any song and turn it into a dance song.
Yeah.
And it's also easy for DJs to play because it's the same beat.
Yeah.
You can speed it up. Boom, chip, boom, chip, boom, chip, boom, chip. And when I would listen to it, I was like, okay, this kind of reminds me of almost like Dr. Seuss type music. It's not that difficult. It's easy to access. I'm not a big fan of rap, but there's been some really good stuff that's been done in that genre.
Yeah.
Not something it doesn't attract me because I don't come from that life. But I think if people connect to it, I'm okay with it. I remember talking to somebody about disco and, in the United States, we had this period of the heavy metal bands followed the initial rock bands. And then that split off and you had really progressive stuff like Yes, which was really sophisticated, highly piano, classically music, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, influenced by that.
Right.
Really hard to access. You had guys like Mahavishnu, John McLaughlin, who was the other side of that was really sophisticated, very methodical jazz influenced rock. Carlos Santana could play in between that level, right? That made him accessible. And so then there was ska and punk that kind of came out. The Police, I was listening to the Police before you got here. Police put that together and made it successfully.
Yeah.
But I think for a lot of producers, because it's the music business, it's a business, they're trying to make music that sells. And so they'll sell whatever people buy. And if reggaeton is easy for people, they'll do it. And it's not about challenging it. And I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for somebody to come out with something that is reggaeton and if you know something out there, you've got a reggaeton song, and you're like, well, Madison, Lisandro, this is actually sophisticated reggaeton. Send it to us. We want to hear it.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
It's a blast. It's always great to see you. You're performing around. Check Roatan Music Scene, and then watch his page for this release. You've got a whole album, don't you?
Yeah.
Because I saw it. You debuted most of it
right
at a show at Leo Weiss's house. It was great. Talk to you next time.